What's up, everybody? I am that role-playing ginger, and before we start this video, I did want to point out that there was a Demodamned in the last episode of the game, and so I wanted to go back and look, and I did, and Demodams apparently first appear in Pathfinder Bestiary 3. Apparently there's an ancient war between titans, and the titans that lost were cast into the abyss, and basically crafted the Demodams out of the earth, using the abyssal earth, using their malice and their hatred and everything, creating the Demodams. The Demodam that we fought, I believe, is one that appears in Bestiary 5, which, let me get that out of the way. I believe it was a Stringy, which is a CR-15 Demodam. That thing looks intimidating. Just wanted to point that out. They were not the original inhabitants. I believe those are the Daemons, the Daemons. I believe those were the original inhabitants of the Abyss in the Pathfinder mythos. Anyway, on with the game. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I am that role-playing ginger, and we finally made it back to Canabris. I have been trying to get back here for so long. I need to get down to Neathholm. It does say I've never been there before, but that is a bold-faced lie. What encounters does the city have for us now that we have basically saved it from the demons? I'd be very interested. Market Square! Oh, so I have to, like, rediscover places in here. Enter the location? Absolutely! Creatures capable of regeneration are very hard to kill, however, almost all of them have some form of vulnerability. Whenever such a creature receives damage with certain energy, it stops being able to regenerate for a short time, like trolls with fire. Oh, let me get my drink. There we go. We are back to Neathholm. This takes me back. This is the very beginning of the game. When I was still a baby, learning everything I could about it. Look at us now. Now we are terrifying creatures of the Whirlwind. Battle-hardened. Where's everybody? I don't like this. Where's everybody? Give me all the loot. This better not be depressing. I hear voices. This is where we were hanging out with, Anivia and Horgus. This better not be bad because I let what's-her-name stay alive at the very beginning. The spider girl. Like, she better not have come back and killed everybody. I will be very cross. Somebody! Chief Sewell! And Mongrel. Chief Sewell sits silently, either deep in thought or dozing. He is holding a package. Chief, we're back! You won't believe where we've been, the things we've seen! You and the tribe need to come and see for yourself. Chief Sewell flinches, as if jerking awake.
Oh, land the Uplander. That was quick, but no, we won't be going anywhere. We won't be seeing any things.
Chief Sewell, we've come to take the mongrels back to the surface.
We were going to do it ourselves. You think we lost our nerve? No, we have our reasons.
No one said you were cowards. I came to say the way up is clear and we need you. The entire Crusade world needs you. Look, this is the commander of the 5th Crusade, and she is calling you to fight with her. Lan stops, looking closely at Sewell. Or did something happen that I don't know about?
When Duog came, she took Dira.
Ow! A merchant from Neathholm. God damn it. Wenduog, she showed up again? I didn't think she'd be brazen enough. Clearly I underestimated her. What does she even want coming here? What happened?
We waited. Such things shouldn't be rushed. We waited and waited. When Duog came, she started talking, she did, smooth as silk, saying that Uplanders would kill us all, and that we needed demon power to overcome them. But no one listened. She didn't like that, and the next day Dira went out to gather healing moss. When Duog took her alive, she left a message for us, warning us against trying to get out, or else.
Let me guess, she'll only let you out if you obey her. Wenduog, I thought she couldn't stoop any lower. The chief nods slightly and unwraps the package he is holding. Inside is a severed finger. Ooh. How are they doing?
They're troubled. Everything's in turmoil. We thought we should go get Dira, but go where? No one knows where Wenduog is. No one knows anything, so we wait and we think.
You have one answer for everything. Wait and think. Lan throws up his hands. You've been doing this for decades. I don't know why I expected anything else. Where is she hiding?
How should I know? She is like a shadow. She disappears without a trace, just slips away.
I think I know where she is. Wenduog and I had a secret spot. When she used to get upset or angry, she'd say she's going to live there forever. A big cave, warm and dry. There's no way to sneak in without being seen. The perfect hideout. Alright, Chief, we'll bring back Daira, and then we'll give Wenduog what's coming to her.
We are one tribe. We won't go anywhere without Daira. Just get her back, then we can go be crusaders.
We'll take care of everything, Chief. I promise. Oh, God. So, if I had, like, killed Wenduog at the very beginning of the game, would I have come back and they would have just been like, oh yeah, we've already been up there fighting. Oh, so many decisions to make in other playthroughs. God, I thought this was just going to be a quick little diplomatic thing. That's a whole little side quest. And a side quest calling back to the beginning of the playthrough. That's wonderful. Secret hideout. Alright. I wonder how much she's leveled up or whatnot since the last time we saw her. There she is. Wenduog, sitting over a corpse that has been ripped to shreds, looks up and notices you.
Look who's back. Did Sul come crying that I was holding Daira hostage? What a snitch.
Lan shudders. You knew her! She was one of us!
So what if I knew her? What does it matter? I do what I want. I don't care what other people think.
You killed one of your own. How does this help you? How will Sul know you have nothing to hold over him? Wenduog licks her lips, and her eyes glowing green in the dark.
Will he find out? How exactly? Do you really think you're getting out of here?
You're alone. We can easily overpower you.
I'm not alone, Lan. My master has not left me. Even now I feel his cold breath on my neck. He is watching.
There's no one here.
He doesn't have to be here to know and see everything.
That's not going to get me anywhere, because she probably thinks of herself as still better than everybody else. You've been hiding in this cave the whole time like a rat? She stretches and licks her lips lazily.
Attack me and you'll find out how I've been spending my time.
We've been killing demons, and you've been practicing on cave slugs. It won't be much of a fair fight.
I had a good teacher. He opened my eyes to many things. My master, Savamalek.
Savamalek, you've met the demon, Savamalek, in the Shield Maze, where he performed unknown brutal rituals on young mongrels with Wenduog's help. Savamalek, oh, that was the first big demon we fought. Fled from you, leaving his servant Hosilla to deal with your problems. Yeah, we kicked his ass and then he fled. Enough talking, you murderer.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Let's see, I want to see how much she's grown. Because she's a character that I've never seen past, like, the first book in Pathfinder. She's a level 13 fighter now. She is immune to poison, death, petrified, ability score damage, drain effects, and petrified conditions. Okay. Cool. We got this, though. Like, she's not prepared for us. At all. Is she evil, though? She should be, yeah. No, she's neutral evil. Okay, so she's still evil. I thought she was going to be either pure chaotic, like chaotic neutral, or chaotic evil. Alright, Sela. Let's make short work of her. She's only got 88 hit points. Yeah, I think I was supposed to come here way earlier in the story. Because, like, this is gonna be a little...
Why am I so weak?
I don't know why you're so weak. Want to talk about it? I'll throw a snowball at your face.
No, not
I missed.
like this.
I missed. How did she go down? How did I deal the damage to her if I missed? Source, Zippy Magic. What the fuck is Zippy Magic? What is Zippy Magic? I gotta see that. I don't know what Zippy Magic is at all. Is that one of my mythic things? I do have zippy magic! Look at that! Whenever I cast a spell that targets individual creatures, not areas, the spell affects one additional creature within a 30-foot range from the target. If the target is an enemy, the spell affects one additional enemy. If the target is an ally... So wait, it doubled up on her because I missed? That's awesome. That's stupid, but it's awesome. Wenduog jumps back, clutching at her wound, but immediately falls to her knees.
Enough! That's enough! I want to talk to you.
What is there to talk about?
It's not too late yet. I, the unworthy Wenduog, will serve you. I realize now. You are the chosen one of the gods. There has never been anyone like you. Allow me to become your slave.
Well, I'm not doing that. This is too much, even for you. Stop it. I can't watch you humiliate yourself. I don't know who you are, but you're not Wenduog.
I will be everything my mistress commands.
Ow! I have to roll a 10. I don't wanna. She's just gonna come back and cause more problems. I don't want to put her down either. I'm gonna try for this one. I failed. I think it'll take a lot more effort to convince such a practiced liar.
Yes, you are right. I was wrong. I am a lonely worm, not capable of understanding your wisdom. But I will try. I will try like never before. Now I realize I must serve you, the strongest of the strong. Allow me to become your slave.
Such flattery out of the blue. You've outdone yourself, Wendu, but you've overplayed your hand. I don't believe a word you're saying. I don't want to just straight up murder her, but she will cause problems. Still be evil. No, she's worshipping. She's, I think, completely lost. I feel like she's completely lost. Like how I thought, Nira was after we tried to help as much as possible. She's basically no helping.
You are stronger than me, yes. This is the right of the strong to decide who lives and who dies. You think you have the right to condemn me because some higher beings noticed you? No! Your strength gives you the right to decide. Only your strength.
You're raving, Wendu.
You don't understand anything, Lan. The strong can do anything. They can live and decide who else lives or dies. But that will never be enough. You are weak inside and always will be. Nymphoria Bloodraven, are you going to kill me because I will surpass you? Are you? Tell me.
Tell her what she wants to hear. Even a deranged mind deserves one last mercy. Yeah, I'll let her go thinking that it's because I'm scared of her. Wenduog chuckles with satisfaction and closes her eyes.
Yes, I wouldn't have spared you either. My enemy. Learn from the best, Lan.
Lan looks at her sadly. May your soul find peace wherever it ends up, since it clearly didn't find it here. Aww. That's the end of a saga right there. The body of Daira, the Mongol trader, has been ripped apart as if by a pack of wild animals. Got a magical composite longbow, and a breastplate, and a heavy mace. This is a heavy mace of fire, composite longbow +3, and breastplate +3. This is a shame. Such a shame. 70%, 95 with an apprentice lockpick. A ring. Lovely. What ring did we get? Merciless shot. The wearer of this ring gains a +1 bonus to using point-blank shot. She uses point-blank shot, so that's perfect for her. Man. I was hoping Daira would still be alive and we can maybe attempt a reason with Wenduog once and for all, but I don't think she left me really any choice. Let's get out of here. Go break the news to Neathholm. Man, this sucks. I'm all sad now. The last time I played in Wrath of the Righteous, we really tried. Like, we didn't make it this far in the game. Well, we really tried at the beginning to convince Wenduog to, like, knock it off and actually be a good person.
You returned. Good for you. What of Daira? What of Wenduog?
One of the mongrels looks at you gloomily. You couldn't save her, could you? Lan, you went up against Wenduog. That's tough enough. None of us had the guts. It's good that you didn't. Sul is old. He couldn't have buried all those bodies. But now everything's over. No one is threatening you anymore. Unfortunately, Daira is dead, but Wenduog has paid for her death with her own. Sul lowers his head.
We've lost two of our own, Daira and Wenduog. I suppose there must be some curse on us, a black stain on all our lives.
No more dark times, Chief. We're going up, starting over. Can't put it off anymore. It's time for the Underground Crusaders to become Crusaders on the surface. Sul lets out a coarse, gurgling sigh.
Well, when it's time, it's time. Lead on, Lan.
Lan raises his hand in defense. No, Nymphoria is our commander. She will lead you. Sul turns to you and straightens up with effort.
Well, Commander, thank you for not forgetting us. We are Crusaders. You are the Crusade Commander. Lead the way, we shall follow.
Hell yeah. Oh, God, this game! There are many times, this is episode, what, 72? There have been many times throughout this game where I have been obviously peeved and upset at the game. More often than not with the technical aspects of everything. But good God, I love this game. Like, as a whole, I love the game. I forgot my formation as a smiley face. But yeah, no, like, there have been moments where I've obviously been frustrated and unhappy, but as a whole, I do love the game. There are games that I've loved since I was a child that I have been super frustrated with. One of my favorite video games of all time growing up is Sly Cooper. And when I was little, at least, those time challenges pissed me off. There were, like, time challenges to get through the level and everything. They would piss me off to no end. But it's still something I absolutely love. Because I feel like if you actually really, really, really love something, then you can also admit that it has flaws, or something that you feel are flaws, but still appreciate it. So, I can honestly say that I adore this game, as much as I like to complain about it sometimes. Location's not available. Oh my God. We have the Crusaders from beneath. We're doing it. We're making our way. And I am adoring it. So this should be the last thing we needed to come to Canabras for, so we don't need to be back down. Oh, let us rest in the city. In the city!
It's not that I miss the creatures from my old hunting grounds in the caves. But back there, if a beast didn't eat you for lunch, you could eat it instead. It doesn't work like that with demons.
Nah, you don't want to eat demons. You really don't. No incidents. Chance of attack was lowered, which means that there is still a chance of attack in the city. I would love to see what an encounter in the city looks like. Let's go to the northern gate. Ugh. God, this game is so good. Alright, and we can actually port back to where we need to go now, so we don't have to go all the way around. I'm going to port to Dresden! And now we'll start looking for dreams. To the Citadel! That was awesome. I'm happy I finally went down to Canabras. I'm really happy about that. That was a nice closed chapter in the Wrath of the Righteous game now. Because I've always remembered that I spared Wenduog. Alright. I'm going to talk to Irabeth about her dreams. Irabeth? Hello? Irabeth salutes you. Good afternoon, Commander. What can I do for you? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as Commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think that reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause. The dream of an entire Crusader forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament is another thing we'd do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendiv's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'll be glad to get a half-ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine, then. Or 2, that would be enough for... Paladin is busy doing calculations. The Templars, the weapons, adamantine, so many wishes at once. I love that. Ah, what about you? Can I talk to you about your dreams, Anivia? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange. I need to know what you dream of. What else could I desire? When I have my Beth. Huh. Arushale, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling shy, are we? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, I love Anivia so much. She's always been one of my favorites from Wrath of the Righteous. I love her and Irabeth's story. War's no place to be thinking about. Once. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war's over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchen whenever the cook was getting that fresh bread out of the oven. Big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when the war's over, I'm going to build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. That's beautiful! God, I love this. Alright, early sunset, guard. I don't really care much about his dreams, but we'll see. I don't care much about him at all. He came in here all, like, high and mighty and snooty. Let's go to the prison and see if Nura will tell me. Do I get to ask Nura about her dreams? Can I at least talk to her? Because I know she's probably been down here by herself for a while. Come to gloat. What do you dream of? I hope a swarm of Vescivores takes over Dresden and feasts on your bones. Need information. Do you? And why would I give it to you? How about a deal? You give me information, I give you freedom. After everything I've done? Ha! Fine, I'll pretend I believe you. What do you want to know? Who was that huge demon that attacked us during the battle? That was a Baelor named Dorazand, the leader of those poor creatures who had been ordered to fill the ditches of Dresden with their own bodies, and break the walls of the city with their own heads. He had them run drills every day, and every day they had to scrape someone off the ground. You're lucky that dwarf chased him off. Dorazand could only hold off a small army. He'll be back, and all of you here will be as good as dead. Do you know how they're doing it? How they're appearing out of nowhere? I can't say for sure, but I've heard rumors. There's a place called the Molten Scar where the Grey Road makes a sharp turn and forks. It must be hard to miss. It's a big gorge with lava flowing at the bottom. A Vrock sorceress has a lair there. If you continued your offensive beyond Dresden, the Vrock was supposed to organize an army at your flank, then cut you off from behind. I don't know what it means, but maybe she maintains a rift there. Who's the leader of Discari's cultists? Discari's cultists are dumb meat. Ooh, I got a new update. They can't hide, only fight. And there are others among them, adepts of higher rank, intelligent, dangerous wizards hiding somewhere in the world wound. There he is! They are led by Xanthir, the Plagued One. He isn't human. I don't know what he is, but he's not human, that's for sure. They say he doesn't even have a human body, only a mass of insects swarming under his robe. Xanthir is the cover character for Pathfinder Wretch of the Righteous' Book 3, I believe. And is the main person in the Ivory Labyrinth. Are there any other cultists in the Crusader army besides you? I think so, but everyone I knew has been caught by the Eagle Watch. Irabeth sent a lot of us to the gallows, but Baphomet will always find new servants. Always. Anyone could be a cultist, even Irabeth herself.
You think you can tell your friend from your enemy? Think again.
Well, I never trusted you, but that's because me, personally, outside of the game, knew all about you. Who did you work for?
The Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth, cultists of Baphomet. Some serve him for rewards, others serve under dire threat. Some fools even think they can earn transformation into demons. I only served because it was my chance at revenge. The Grand Master leads the Templars. He's a mysterious figure said to be more of an ideologue than an actual commander. All the cultists I know answer to a woman named Jerabeth. We've fought her before, right? I never saw her myself, but I heard that she is dazzlingly beautiful, and when she speaks, you believe her every word, even if you know that she's lying through her teeth. I have absolutely no idea where to look for her, but I know that there's someone much more powerful and dangerous, someone the common followers never see. Rumor has it, it's Baphomet's flesh and blood daughter.
Something like reverence seeps into Nira's voice. I believe his daughter is the leader of the Midnight Isles, I think is what it's called? In the Abyss? Like, leader of the Succubi.
Minago also gave me orders, but I don't think I can tell you anything new about her. You've met a few times already.
No more questions. Shrugs without saying a word. She scoffs at me. I could let her go right now, and I was tempted to do it, but I never said when I would let her go. I got information. I will let her go at some point. I promise not to kill her. At least not execute her. If I let her go and then she attacks, gonna put her down. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Who knows? She could be the reason why we keep getting demons in the city. Even though we have the banner. Because if I remember correctly, the books, at least, the banner made it impossible for demons to teleport in a big mile radius, in or out. So that would mean that the demons would have to attack us through normal means. All right, I need to ask people about their dreams. We're near Ember, so I'll go to Ember. Whoa, I'm in the ground. Ember! Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the darkness. How are the former Baphomet cultists doing?
You know, this cult did very bad things to them. They made them hurt and frighten each other and themselves. And then they lied and they didn't have it way back. They convinced them the only choice was for a sinner to sin again. They are much better now. But still, their souls. Inside they are like my hands, all burnt. Besides, simple city dwellers who weren't in the cult don't understand them at all. They say things to them. Maybe it's even fair, but it just makes everything worse. Some people don't want to believe they repented, as if they want them to go back to the demons. But I feel sorry for them. They ask questions and listen. Those conversations that make them feel better. Others might listen and not fall for the same thing. You see how good it is and that you didn't kill them? Thank you.
Aw. Well, can't get any dream talks from her. I wish it would show me which people I need to talk to for dreams. But it ain't. It ain't showing. We're gonna go talk to Lan, see if he's one of the ones. If I can find Lan. Is he down here? Lan! Lan with the plan! Where you at? There you are. Oh, Chief Sewell and everyone's here! Hell yeah! What brings you here? I'd like to know more about your people. What do you think about life on the surface? Now you're not the only mongrel on the surface. Got any plans for the future? Plans? You have too high of an opinion for me, or of me. To be honest, I'd never had less of a plan than I do right now. I thought everything would be simple. We'd go to the surface, become crusaders, and somehow figure things out later. But later is now. Sewell tells me not to rush things, but he always says that. If I listen to him, I'll have moss growing out of my ears before a single thing changes. One thing's for sure, as long as you're our leader, there is hope. Things are always happening around you, and it made me realize that I need to stick with you. If I do, one day I'll find myself scaling the citadel of evil, a bow blessed by all the gods clamped between my teeth, about to plant an arrow in the chest of some ancient evil demon. I like that. Unfortunately, he's not someone I need to talk to for the quest. That's a little fun. There were a lot of people on the streets I needed to talk to, so I'm gonna try and figure out where to go. Alright, I think I found the next person is going to be the storyteller. I have a question for you, one of my dreams. Tell me about your dreams. Oh, I haven't been surprised at a strange question for a long time. Especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped onto the path of redemption. No wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child. But still I will answer. I have to admit I suffer from insomnia. Every night as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who are remembered and those who are forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm in my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone. My pillow ice cold. Maybe if I had a softer bed, I would fall asleep quicker. Although I suppose it's not about the bed. I also did want to let him know that I have a page from the Grey Garrison. I see myself young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find some of my own mind hiding from me. Oh, so the elven notes are what I need to give to him. Ow! Uh-oh, we're gonna embark on a journey? They are leaving. The people of Keonan. Where's Keonan at? The elven race homeland of Galarian. Faced the coming of Earthfall and admitted they were incapable of handling the disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers. All of them hurry to the gate of Silverian. Her looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galarian. I am ashamed, and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of catastrophe. But my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with tree bark cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watched the gate of Silverian stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind. He hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much, and I will lose heart and find my own way to Silverian. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I used my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. What is the Silverian stone? A magnificent crystal bent into an arch by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Our great gate to other worlds. It breathes power. It dreams of eternity. That's right, in Starfinder, the canonical sequel game to Pathfinder, elves live on a different their main homeworld is the world next to Galarian. And they left Galarian at some point, and a lot of them stayed on that world. And it's so cool that it ties into this. What happened next? Earthfall happened that night. What was Earthfall again? It was a big old catastrophe, right? Cataclysmic event in which a shower of meteorites impacted Galarian in 5293, resulted in the destruction of the human empires of Thassalon and Aslant. That's right. That's right. It was a big old catastrophe and the elves fled to another planet. I am standing at the top of my tower, many miles to the north of Keonan, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock, rushing down upon my world. And then a blow, vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Galarian, and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness along with countless denizens of Galarian. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come round, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I'm blind. But no, little by little I begin to see the stone wall. I am alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. A great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslant.
Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk and day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earth fall, proudly like the last Archmage of Hionin should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I am still alive, and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk, like my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time.
What are you going to do next?
I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me.
Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to a shout.
It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Galarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion and be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think.
The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played a main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside, those that I felt a long time ago, and not remember them. It's like I split. I become both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we will find out how my story ended. Perhaps even why I forgot it.
6 pages covered in ancient elven script. I do have some. I lost some elven notes. Lost some elven notes. Lost some elven notes. Storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic.
My hand touches the stone wall. The cold pierces my palm like the teeth of a hungry dog sinking into a piece of meat. I don't take my hand away. I let the stone enjoy my warmth in return for its service. It accepts my caress and my unasked question. The one that's been asked thousands upon thousands of times. Where should I go next? Behind me I hear the loud stomping of the minotaurs that guard this godforsaken fortress. I tricked and outwitted them, leaving only a trace of my presence. There is darkness lurking up ahead, honing its swords, claws, and teeth in the hope that rare traveler visits its lair. But today, it will get no one. This labyrinth is alive. Its red-veined stone walls resemble the guts of a huge creature. If you keep still and listen closely, you can hear it breathing in the wind that sweeps through this place. Where do I go from here? Forward? To the place whence the wind carried a faint chuckle. Whence comes the faint smell of ash. Whence a few days ago, Demon Lord Baphomet began his great escape.
What do you need from the Arbiter Labyrinth?
An answer to a question. A key to a secret. Knowledge that can save many lives. My kinfolk were weaklings and cowards. They ran from danger, but one stood up to my enemy, and Baphomet will give me the weapon to win.
Continue.
For several years I have thought about how to defeat Earthfall. My enemy has no flesh, and is impossible to kill. It blazes through everything in its path. It doesn't enslave, but destroys life itself. And I have found an answer. I know how to save my world. Earthfall came to destroy Galarian. Its strike was brutal, and my world barely withstood it. But what if Earthfall was resisted by not one world, but several worlds at once? What if Heaven or Elysium come to help the dying Galarian? If I manage to merge my world with another one, meld them together, the power of disaster will weaken. The denizens of Galarian will be able to temporarily take shelter in the adjacent plane. Civilizations will not die. Our culture will continue to exist. We will not be forgotten. Baphomet, the cunning and insidious lord of Minotaurs, was once a captive in Asmodeus' prison. But only 10 years passed before Baphomet was able to escape, taking his own prison with him, which later became the Ivory Labyrinth. Such an achievement deserves respect, and it is the goal of my research. Moving matter between planes is what interests me now. I stop near strange symbols covering the wall of the labyrinth. I run my hand over them to ensure they are real, encrypted riddles drawn by Baphomet during his imprisonment. I take out the bark-covered notebook and painstakingly copy the symbols into it. Behind me, 2 minotaurs are fighting, deceived by the net of spells I have wrapped around myself like a blanket. That? Yes, blinded by my pride, I tore the notebook to pieces when I thought I would not follow my kinfolk. I am still not going to run, but the knowledge written in the notebook by my former mentor might serve my purposes. What happened next? I copied the strange symbols into the notebook. I haven't the slightest idea what these scribbles mean. What was the future Demon Lord thinking when he wrote them? While he was imprisoned in a cell with no way out. Was he still in his right mind? I will need to help to understand these notes. Otherwise, decrypting them might take more time than Pharasma has given me. One of the minotaurs behind me killed the other one, tore his heart out, and devoured it. His blood-stained nose sniffs the air sharply. His bloodshot eyes shift from wall to wall. He senses a stranger, but he doesn't scare me. I am certain of my powers and the spells hiding me. I've done my work and can now leave this place. And still I linger. What is the strange presence I feel behind me? Like someone is watching me despite all the protective spells. Who are you? I ask carefully, not hoping for an answer. Darkness, a coy female voice whispers in my ear. Against my will, I shudder. The vision ended at the most interesting moment, didn't it? Please, find the rest of the pages from this bark-covered book. I must know what happens next. I do have more pages. And that's the last one, it looks like. Awesome! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I am going to call the episode here. In the next episode, we will finish getting all the dreams from everybody for Ruchelet. And then hopefully that'll make it so her dream, like, expands more and has more life to it. And who knows, maybe it'll be like the creation of a new world or something. That'd be really, really interesting to see. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this. I will see you guys next time. And until then, everybody, peace out.